Hey guys, Mark here, Myrtle Beach Generators. This is part two of fuel line regulators that I was going to try to explain some of the issues that we see when we go out to repair generators. So if you have a generator and you've been experiencing 1100 error codes, somebody will come out, they'll reset that error code and everything runs fine, all is well, and it just to happen again a month later or 2 months later. 1100 error codes, 9 times out of 10, are fueling issues. And I'm going to give you a little bit of information on the things that I found over the last 6-7 years of doing this. This is what Generac has designed their entire fuel system around. It is a NOR gas regulator. This comes with a 1/2-inch orifice. Unfortunately, what I see out in the field pretty regularly is gas companies or install companies will put in something like this, or maybe you'll see a Maxitrol regulator, which I'll show you an image of that. The problem with these versus this is the size of orifice that these have. Generac has a atmospheric pressure regulator inside the generator. It's not really a regulator, it's more of a flow control. So as the engine is running, it creates a suction on the fuel lines. The fuel line goes down to the atmospheric pressure regulator down in the battery compartment area of the generator. When that suction pulls on the diaphragm, it opens a valve to allow fuel to flow to the engine. If you're not providing that with the correct amount of fuel, what will happen is that vacuum will travel up the line and will essentially start to create a suction on the diaphragm in a regulator that is not supplying the fuel that it needs. So over time, the diaphragm inside of here will go bad, and it'll tear, it'll rip, it'll stretch, it'll do all kinds of things. And then when your generator is off with a damaged diaphragm, that pressure from your meter will start to build on top of a solenoid inside your generator, the on and off fuel solenoid. Once that gets over 15-inch water columns, that magnetic solenoid is not strong enough to open. So when your generator is trying to start, that solenoid can't open, it gives you an 1100 error code. This will get you by for a short period of time. It could be a year, it could be 3 years, it could be 5 years. It just depends on how far away this is from your generator. So in the installation manual of Generac, it clearly states that there needs to be 5 foot of fuel piping between your generator and your regulator. That's for fuel chambering purposes. If this is too close to the generator, the quicker it's going to go bad. I hate to see these used for several reasons. Number one, Generac will not warranty regulators. That's something that your installer provides. And if your installer has provided you with the incorrect materials required or needed, Generac's not going to pay for that. That's going to be on your installer or the manufacturer of your regulator. Unfortunately, if you continue to replace with these, you're just going to have the same problem. You're kicking the can down the road, essentially. So I regretfully make a lot of money replacing these regulators with these from other installers. I can't in good conscience continue to let this happen, so I figured I would let you guys know that if you have this 1100 error code issue and you keep getting a regulator replaced and they are using something like this, you need to make sure that they are using these instead. These are like 10 times more expensive than these, but they're worth it. They're designed for it and they're built for it. Norgas makes a wonderful regulator, and I've never actually had to replace one of these installed properly. Never. In the thousands of generators I've worked on, I've never had to replace a defective Norgas regulator. The other important thing to know is these are venting regulators. They do not go inside your home. Do not let them put them in the attic. Don't let them put them inside your house. And if they are installed on the outside of your house, we try to get this vent pointed down. Obviously, rain and water intrusion. We don't want water sitting inside your regulator. So we always try to rotate these to the position where these vents are down. They make these inlets rotatable. So there's screw holes in a square pattern, so we can essentially rotate that. So if you have questions about your install and the fuel line that was installed in your generator, give us a call, 843-457-8187. You can also email us some pictures over at info@mb-gen.com. Be happy to answer any questions that you have. If you have this problem, we'll also be happy to come out and make a repair for you. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.